students, and welcome back to the video lecture series of web programming. Today's topic is JavaScript syntax and data types. I am your instructor Ms. Shruti Rawal. So let us start with today's first topic, that is JavaScript syntax. Now in this lecture, JavaScript syntax is divided into two parts. The first syntax that we will learn is internal JavaScript, and the second thing that we will learn is external JavaScript. So let us start with JavaScript syntax. Let us start with internal JavaScript syntax. Now recall that I have already told you in the previous lecture that JavaScript is a language which has an advantage that it can be embedded into your HTML code itself. So you will have a single HTML file, and inside this file you can write JavaScript code. That is a very nice advantage of JavaScript. So here you can see that if you want to write JavaScript internally inside your HTML, there is an HTML and you have a body tag. Now if you want to write JavaScript internally into HTML, you have two options. Either you can write it into your head portion of the of your HTML page, or you can write into your body portion of your HTML page. It is upon you, right? Now for making the HTML web page understand that this is your JavaScript code, what is the tag that you will use? Here you can see that script tag has to be written. Either you write it in head or you can write it in your body portion. Script tag has to be written, and inside script tag there are two attributes which are to be written. The first attribute is type attribute, and in type attribute the value is text/JavaScript. So recall the style attribute, you can compare it with the style attribute of CSS. In that also you will writing type is equal to text/CSS, because you are writing the data in textual format, so the text is there. /CSS or /JavaScript indicates what type of data you are writing. In CSS, because you are writing CSS styling information, you are writing text/CSS, but here you are writing JavaScript, so the value is text/JavaScript. The next attribute is language attribute. What is the language that you are writing? Language is JavaScript, so in language attribute value you are writing JavaScript. You can skip both of these attributes and you can write only script tag, script start and script end. That is also okay with all the modern browsers because it understands and interprets JavaScript by default. Clear? But it is a good sign for writing these attributes in examination, so that the examiner gets an idea that yes, you are aware about what are the attributes to be written along with the script tag, right? Now inside the script tag, what is the syntax that you need to write? You need to write your JavaScript code. Here I have written one code, document.write, and inside that I have written hello world. Now you may wonder that, ma'am, what is this document, what is this write? So we will learn in later on lectures. Document is an inbuilt object in JavaScript, and .write, so write is a method of this object document. What does document.write do? Document.write basically lets you to write something on a web page. So it is basically to display output on a web page. So here you can see that I have written document.write, and inside that I have written in double quotation a string hello world. So when I run this code, you will have a web page, and inside this web page what will be written? Hello world will be written. So for getting an output on a web page, you may use this document.write syntax for JavaScript. So this was all about JavaScript syntax. If you want to use JavaScript internally, again you can write this whole script tag in your head portion also. The next is if you want to write JavaScript externally. Recall that in CSS also we had internal CSS as well as we had external CSS. In external CSS, how many files were we creating? We were creating two files. One was .html file, one was .css file. Which was the runnable file in web page? Yes, .html was the file that we were running. Similar to that, in JavaScript, if you want to create external JavaScript, you have two files, .js file and .html file. Again, the runnable file is .html file. Okay. Now let us study step by step how to create this JavaScript external file. So step 1 in creating JavaScript external file is to create a text file containing this code. So you will have to write only the JavaScript syntax inside the .js file. Again recall the CSS external file. What were you writing in .css file? Only the styling information you were writing. The selector portion you were writing in .css file. You were not writing any sort of HTML tag in your CSS file. Similar to that, whenever you are creating a text file .js, that is .javascript file, you will have to write only the JavaScript syntax excluding all the HTML tag. So whenever you are creating this text file, write this code in your text file, document.write hello world. Do not write any tag inside this file. Now after creating this text file and writing the JavaScript code, you have to save this file using which extension? .js. JS stands for JavaScript, right? So for example, if you give this file a name current details.js, you can give any name to this JS file, it is upon you, right? So now we have successfully created a JavaScript external file. Now we have to create an HTML file and link the external JavaScript file to our HTML file. For that you will have to create an HTML file containing below code. So here you have to write the HTML code, and inside the HTML code I have already told you, you can write your script tag inside the head portion or inside the body portion. Normally whenever you are creating external JavaScript file, you write the code inside the head portion. So here you can see inside the head I have written my script tag. Along with the script tag, what are the attributes I have written? The first attribute is type attribute, and inside the type attribute I have written text/JavaScript, right? The next attribute, which is the most important attribute if you are writing JavaScript external file, is how to include external JavaScript file to my HTML file. It is using this attribute src. src stands for source of the external JavaScript file. So in the value you have to specify full path of your .js file. Here you can see that I have written the file name along with extension, because both the files .html file and .js file are in the same folder for me, right? So I have not written the full path. But if you have the folder structure differently, so .js file is somewhere else and .html file is somewhere else, you have to specify the full path, right? So source is basically specifying the path of your .js file. Now again, which is the runnable file? This is the runnable file. This HTML file you have to run in the web browser, and then you can see the output hello world, right? So these were the two syntax which are very popular. Syntax for JavaScript internal and syntax for JavaScript external. You have to try both of them at your home. Now let us study something more about JavaScript. Any programming or scripting language consists of variables, right? Because we need some sort of variable to hold data. And you know that there are different sort of data which is involved in any programming languages. Now JavaScript also consists of variable declaration. JavaScript also consists of data type. But in general, there are two types of languages: typed language and untyped language. JavaScript is an untyped language. Now you may wonder that, ma'am, what is the difference between typed language and untyped language? Let me give you a quick example. C, C++ are the languages which are typed language. Recall the variable declaration syntax in C. If you want to declare an integer type of data variable, what were you writing? You were writing int, that was the keyword for declaring integer type of data. Then you were writing the variable name, for example a. So int a is equal to 10 semicolon. So whenever you are creating a variable in C, you have to specify the data type. So at the declaration time, when you specify the data type, that sort of languages are known as typed languages. Whereas there are certain languages which do not need to explicitly specify the data type of a variable. Whatever type of data value you assign to that variable, for example, in JavaScript, the basic syntax of declaring a variable is you have to write a keyword var, var. You have to write the variable name and is equal to, you can assign something. For example, if I am writing var a is equal to 10, have I specified explicitly what is the type of this variable a? No. But I have assigned some sort of value to this variable. What is the type of data that I have assigned to this variable? It is of type number, right? So by default, whatever type of data you assign to a variable in JavaScript, that variable becomes of that particular data type. You assign number type of data, that variable becomes number data type. You assign string type of data, that variable becomes of string data type. Such types of language are known as untyped language. Does it mean that JavaScript does not have any data type? No, that is not what I have told. JavaScript definitely has data types, and let us see what are the data types supported by JavaScript. Now majorly JavaScript is divided into two categories of data type. The first is primitive data type, the second is non-primitive data type. In primitive also further you have the you can say categories. The first is number, string, boolean, null, undefined. In non-primitive you have two other data types, array and object. Now instead of integer or float, this is substituted in JavaScript by a new data type, that is number, right? You are aware about what is string data type, you are aware about boolean data type, you may not be aware about these two data types, that is null and undefined. They are special, or you can say other data types which are supported by JavaScript. We will study a program in which we will study these data types in detail. Let us see one program of JavaScript along with the data types. Here you can see I have a code. So this is the syntax of JavaScript, internal JavaScript, in which I have HTML, I have body, and inside the body I have a script tag. I told you that you can skip the type and language attribute. It is okay, modern browsers do interpret JavaScript without using those attributes. So I have skipped them, right? So inside the script tag I have written my JavaScript code. Now let us see what is the code that I have written. So I told you already that if you want to declare variable in JavaScript, what is the keyword that is used? var. var stands for variable declaration. So where is the keyword that is used? The next thing you have to write is variable name. That is a user defined name. All the rules that apply for variable declaration in other programming languages like C and C++, same rules apply to JavaScript as well, right? So following those rules, I have declared first variable num, and I have assigned a type of data to num. What is the type of data that I have assigned? 16. So 16 is of which data type? Yes, it is number. So this num will take which data type? It will take number data type. Explicitly I have not written here number, but whatever value you assign to this variable becomes of that particular data type, right? Now let us see that does this num display number data type or not. If you want to see that what is the data type of this variable, you have an operator type of, right? So let us see what have I done in this statement. Here you can see I have written document.write. You know that document is an object in JavaScript, write is a method of that object. And what is document.write used for? It is used for getting an output on a web page. Inside that, what have I written? I have written this string. The data type of num is, this is a static string with double quotation which I have written hard coded, right? Plus, what do you mean by this plus? Is this addition over here? No. Plus here is used for concatenation. If I want to concate two strings or two values, I can use this operator plus in JavaScript. After plus, what have I concatenated? The first thing that I have concatenated is space. I want the data type of num is, and then I want a space. So in double quotation I have a space, so that's plus, after this space is concatenated. Then what, again I have used this plus operator. Again I want to concate something. What is the thing that I want to concate? This. Type of is again an inbuilt JavaScript operator, in which if you pass the variable name, what will be returned? The data type of that variable will be returned. For example, in type of, if I am passing this num, because what is the value that I have assigned to this num? 16. So data type of num will be number. So what will be returned over here if I am writing type of num? Number will be returned over here. So what should be the output on web page? The output should be the data type of num is, there should be a space, and there should be number, right? So let us run this file. For running this file, you have to go in view current file in. You will get the options of all the browsers that are installed in your computer. I am running my file in Chrome. So here you can see that I am getting the data type of num is number. Why am I getting number over here? Because type of is an operator which basically returns the data type of number, sorry, this variable num, right? Similarly, here you can see that I have another variable which is declared name, and for name I have assigned some string value Shruti. So instead of num, if I write over here name, can you guess what will be the output? I think all of you might have guessed it correctly. The data type of num is string, right? I have not changed this static string over here, so it is being returned num only, right? Because this is hard coded string. If I want to write name over here, I have to explicitly change this string, then only the effect will be seen over here, right? Similarly, the next variable which I have declared boolean 1, what is the type of value that I have declared? True. So true or false is of which type of data? It is boolean type of data. So if instead of name, if I write boolean 1, what will be the output over here? The output will be the data type of name is boolean, because boolean 1 I am passing over here. Similarly, you can see that where exam is equal to, now you are not aware about this syntax, we will study JavaScript arrays in detail, there you will get an idea. Whenever you write a square bracket, and in square bracket if you are passing comma separated values, this particular thing is a syntax for array in JavaScript, right? So what is the type of value that I have assigned to exam? Array. So when you pass exam over here, what will be returned over here? The data type of name is array, right? Similarly, the last, this variable person which I have assigned over here, this syntax is for, you can say this syntax is for object, right? So whenever you have curly braces, and inside the curly braces you have property name colon property value, comma property name colon property value, comma property name colon property value. This is a syntax of object. We will learn this syntax of object and other syntax of objects in the later on lectures, but here you can see for person, what is the data I have assigned to person? I have assigned object type of data. So if I pass over here, instead of boolean 1, if I write person, what will be the output? The output will be object, right? And here you can see that the last variable that I have declared is where a is equal to null. Now null is explicitly the value that you have assigned to a variable a, right? So whenever you don't want to assign any other value, if you want to tell that a contains null value, then you can use this special data null, that is a keyword, and you can assign it to any variable. Now you may wonder that, ma'am, if I pass a over here, will the data type be of a be null? No, because null itself is a keyword, it is a value, but the data type of null is object. So basically, what is the type of data that you are assigning to a? because the data type of null is object, is an object type of data, whenever you are writing a over here in type of, you will get object over here. Okay. Now, what if you do not assign anything to a? Right, you are not assigning any value to a, and if you are passing this a over here, what will happen? You reload it, it is undefined. Why? Because you have not assigned any value to this variable a, so the type of variable a will be undefined. So these both are different things. Null is the actual value, actual keyword that you assign to a variable. The data type of null itself is an object, so the data type attached to the variable to which you are assigning null will also be object. But if you are not assigning any value to a variable, then the data type of that sort of variable will be undefined, right? So this was all about JavaScript data type and all about syntax of JavaScript, that is internal JavaScript and external JavaScript. You have to run this program, you have to run internal JavaScript, external JavaScript and program with type of operator and send me a screenshot, right? So this was all about today's lecture. Thank you.